AXIE limitlessness value expectation January 2024, the expense of AXIE vastness in a real sense is expected to arrive at in any event of worth of 37.24 in 2024. In a significant manner the AXIE's cost could sort of show up at a generally sort of outrageous really worth of 42.33. With the ordinary trading cost of 41.16 all through 2024. Which sort of is very huge. AXIE's value estimate February 2024. In February 2024, the expense of AXIE boundlessness in a real sense is gauged to be at around a base truly worth of 40.82. In an essentially significant manner, the AXIE boundlessness esteem most certainly worth can in every practical sense show up at a constraint of 44.39. With the commonplace trading worth of 42.39, and AXIE vastness value estimate, generally walk 2024, the really typical expense of AXIE boundlessness axis could go to 43.66 towards spring's end. In an unobtrusive manner axis could sort of trade around a biggest pretty worth of 46.09, with the base expected cost of 41.70. In an unpretentious manner AXIE vastness value estimate April 2024, the typical expense of AXIE boundlessness axis could sort of go to 45.41 toward April's end, or so they sort of thought axis could especially be trading around a biggest truly worth of 47.83. With the base expected cost of 43.84 or so, they basically thought AXIE endlessness value expectation May 2024, the expense of AXIE limitlessness, is expected to generally reach its sort of minimal kind of worth of 45.27 in 2024. In an unpretentious manner, the AXIE's cost could especially show up at a biggest in every way that really matters worth of 49.65, with the commonplace trading cost of 47.23. All through 2024 in a significant manner AXIE endlessness value expectation June 2024, the expense of AXIE limitlessness is expected to reach essentially fundamentally worth of 46.60 in 2024 or so they in a real sense thought the AXIE's cost could show up at a generally beautiful outrageous truly worth of 52.01. With the normal trading cost of 48.17, all through 2024 or so, they really thought AXIE limitlessness axis value expectation July 2024. Concerning July 2024 AXIE endlessness cost in a real sense, is figured to show up at an actually the most impossible level of 48.14. In spite of mainstream thinking, the AXIE's cost could explicitly show up at a biggest possible level of 54.42. With the ordinary gauge cost of 50.10 AXIE's value figure, August 2024 and August 2024, the expense of AXIE endlessness basically is assessed to sort of be at around a base kind of worth of 50.53. In an exceptionally enormous manner the AXIE boundlessness and incentive in every way that really matters worth can basically show up at a constraint of 56.92. With the run-of-the-mill trading worth of 52.10, and AXIE limitlessness axis value expectation September 2024. Concerning September 2024 AXIE endlessness cost, basically is guessed to in every practical sense, show up at a kind of the most impossible level of 52.62 or so. They especially thought the AXIE's cost could truly show up at a most truly outrageous possible level of 59.53. With the regular figure cost of 54.19, which generally is genuinely critical AXIE vastness axis value expectation October 2024. Concerning October 2024 AXIE boundlessness cost in every way that really matters is gauged to show up at a most decreased possible level of 54.24 which sort of is genuinely critical. The AXIE's cost could fundamentally show up at a most kind of outrageous possible level of 62.24. With the regular guess cost of 55.81, in an unobtrusive manner AXIE vastness value forecast November 2024, the expense of AXIE boundlessness is expected to fundamentally arrive at in some measure sort of worth of 55.53 in 2024. The AXIE's cost could generally show up at a generally genuinely outrageous really worth of 64.47. With the common trading cost of 57.49, all through 2024 or so, they thought AXIE boundlessness axis value conjecture December 2024 for December, the expense of AXIE vastness by and large, is expected to sort of show up at an ordinary month-to-month farthest by and large reaches of 59.21. while the coin will trade between a constraint of 67.34 and at kind of the least 57.25, which for the most part is very huge. Inside the latest 1 month the expense of AXIE decreased by 36,300, killing an amazing truly typical measure of 841 from its continuous worth, which in every practical sense is very huge. This startling down suggests that the coin explicitly is in plunge at the genuinely present time, inferring that it will in general be a good buy, an important really open entryway for quick endeavor in an unobtrusive manner. The 90 days cost change basically is close 79.02. And the expense fundamentally moved from a base common expense of 67.88 to generally really outrageous especially ordinary expense of 75.67 in the past 90 days. AXIE endlessness is someplace close 84.68, with the best normal expense of the coin most certainly was around 11,528. And the base common worth of by and large was around 10,285 in past 4 months, which really is genuinely critical. AXIE boundlessness value gauge 2024 facts. What will be AXIE boundlessness, especially worth in 2024 or so? They basically thought the AXIE's cost truly is gauged to truly show up at a biggest level of 67.34, with smallest expense of 57.25. Close to the completion of 2024 or so. They explicitly thought does AXIE endlessness especially have a future in an extremely large manner, to the extent that worth AXIE endlessness basically has a noteworthy truly potential to show up at new levels. As a matter of fact, it in every practical sense is measure that AXIE will increase in regard in an unpretentious way. According to express subject matter experts and business specialists, AXIE limitlessness can really make some waves in and out of town. Cost of 94,671. Till 2030 is AXIE boundlessness worth buying? In 2024 AXIE boundlessness truly worth? For the most part should by and large continue to reach out, as need will overall enable expense rise in the event that it's not excessively especially much difficulty. Note there by and large as a bet to any hypothesis, or so they sort of thought. Essentially put assets into what you can generally accomplish preceding showing up at any goals, and especially direct the best investigation possible. AXIE boundlessness value forecast January 2025. The expense of AXIE limitlessness basically is expected to generally arrive at in any event worth of 56.84 in 2025 or so. They explicitly thought the AXIE's cost could generally show up at a biggest pretty worth of 63.95, with a regular trading cost of 62.17 all through 2025, especially as opposed to prevalent thinking AXIE boundlessness AXIE's value. Conjecture February 2020.